Okay. Then what is this icon you have? Oh yeah, that's the stance you're in. That's not... Yeah, that isn't all the things we have. Ah, we can do this. Okay. Good, I was wondering what... So we do have infinite storage that we can utilize. Good. Good, I don't need to worry about that. Let's see, want to look at these things. That was... For an archer, I have 3 melee skills. But, you know, that's just what we're gonna have to deal with. Alright. Yeah, F5 was to select all of them. Let's go. Map. Okay, so this is our play map then. We're in a fucking enclosed valley here. This is kind of like how Pillars of Eternity's map was as well, where there's one main city in the middle, and then stuff around. Except there's some more like obvious places, I think, in that you could potentially go to. But this favorite camp, this fort was... Okay, there's the time. I was like, it says 2 hours and 45 minutes, but I'm like, where's the time that says it? But there. This favorite camp. This fort was constructed shortly after routing rebels along the valley's western edge. The Archon Gravenash directs all disfavored efforts from this location. Nyum. And here we are. Sterling Hagnon.
On it.
Crescent Runner. Hail, Fatebinder. The disfavored scout nods to you. Camp's on up ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. Sterling Hagnon. Or Hagnon. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I'm not allowed to trade one thing for another. It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. You gain favor by just not giving a shit. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you like the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. It is interesting how all 3 is just screw you in one way or another. What is our standing with? How did we get Wrath? Don't know where we got that, but potentially from one of our choices in the beginning. I mean, yeah. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you like proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for such a thing? Not us, and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before Tunon. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make the long trek a bit more bearable. See where this goes. Then you're on disfavored land. These warriors have a right to kill you. You should be more thankful that we're even listening to you speak. But I'm only here to peddle my wares. I mean no harm. If you think I'm a threat to the Severity camp, then you have seriously overestimated me. Please, how do I make this right? From the sound of it, I feel like I'm about to be robbed. You're not the only one. I'm being robbed of patience as we speak. We should move on, Fatebinder. Petty disputes are beneath us both. Robbed? No, you fool. You're being granted life after trespassing on our lands. All for the simple price of what's on your cart. Not our fault you don't have your permits in order. I don't write the rules, I just ruthlessly enforce them. Please, can you do something? No. We don't need to. Fucking... This is a game where we play kind of... no, kind of. We play as the villain. We don't actually... We can't be too good. If we're good to anyone, like, just at all times, we're just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. We follow what we're being told as that is where we're going. Unless we get some kind of thing that tells us that we have some more... what's the word? Some way to choose and do our own like decisions like better. But yeah, no, it really doesn't. I don't think that you can, because like outside of this location, which is where the game takes place, all of the everything else belongs to Kairos. So it's like we're not gonna get anywhere really. So we are the villain and we are against these people, and we don't necessarily need to be just abnormally cruel to everyone, but we follow the word from above. Right you are, we'll take care of this vulture. Okay. Do I get any of this stuff? I can't. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. What's that? The voices of Nora told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? Oh, I don't have enough lore. Average fear. Oh, okay. It says fear, but like it is like negative, like karma to them. Did the voice number ask you to spy on me? I gained loyalty. Yeah. At a loss for words, verse regards you with momentary unease. Well, are you even surprised? He's the Archon of Secrets. Knowing in advance is his business, so he's snatching up any advantage over Gravenash. Those two compete like a couple of new recruits for a spot around the fire. It's nothing nefarious. The voices is just curious why you're here. If you wanted to know more, you wouldn't be able to suss it out that easily. You would have sent one of his scarier peons in my stead. Why so suspicious? What else says the voice of Nora told you? Well, that I could find you in Edgering Ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the only one who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of Matani River. Why so suspicious? It's just the feeling I got. When the Archons are together, the air gets as taut as a bowstring. Can't help but think that no amount of compromise will get them seeing eye to eye. So I invite a mediator from Tunon's court. It doesn't add up. I'm here to deliver an edict from Kairos. That makes a crazy kind of sense, considering how long the siege has taxed the armies. I can understand why Kairos would send you with an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? That is not for you to know. The Archons must claim Ascension Hall. Or all will perish. I'm curious, like, because there seemingly is, like, it's weird. Like, it's, because there is it's not just bad, because there's an ability you can get for, like, loyalty. And there's an ability you can get through fear, and I'm gonna assume it's not like good like points and bad points like for them. I think it might be like they're they're two sides of the same coin type thing, where they're not, neither of them is better than the other. It's just, do you know what it says? Well, that isn't, I feel like that isn't for her to know, because it's, you know, if you're telling the truth, I suppose I'll hear about it soon anyway. Gained fear with verse. I don't know what that means. What do you? But we'll see. What do you think the Archons are at odds? I've been with the Scarlet Chorus since the early days of the Conquest, so I can say it's been building for a few years now. There's an energy about those two, like a pair of storms moving to collide. I heard tell that Graven Ash and Voice of Novarat shared some bad blood in Northern Empire, but I don't know any of the particulars. That's absurd. Kind of put the past behind them. They are unfit to command. I mean, that is correct. By my authority, the Archons will fall in line. I mean, yeah. I mean, both sound correct. So that's why I'm like, I don't think, because it's just a choice you get, which one you want more. It says average you gain average loyalty, but I have 1 loyalty point. Oh no, it's tier 1. Oh, 60, and I'm 62% on my way to tier. Okay, that's how this functions. Yeah, sounds like exactly the attitude to set this campaign in the right direction. I envy you the task of getting them to cooperate, which sounds about as easy as teaching a tornado to heal. At least you sound like you know what you're doing. Enough of this, I must meet with the Archons. I really ought to be meeting with the Archons. It's curious how we have these different, like... I don't know what the difference between fear and loyalty is, but... yeah. The wartime is just past the center of camp. Well, that's the thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. No, I'm aware.
Sorry, I can't.
I can't. Okay, oh, this is quests. This is in general. Oh, I can get just stuff for... oh, okay. You need a reputation change of very major strength to unlock this tier. Huh. I'm curious what the difference between favor and wrath, or like loyalty and fear, is. I don't know. Verse was disappointed by your orderly, honorable ways. I don't know what that means. But yeah, there's an ability, Furious Rage, with them, projects intense flame towards Verse. Like, I don't... and you can get both at the same time. So I'm like... I don't know what that... Pleased by your feisty, chaotic inclinations. I don't know what that means. Is there a... I was thinking if there was like a... no, I don't think there is a word, like menu, or whatever we can call it, where we can like see the different things, like a... the word escapes me, which is fairly apt, I guess. Dear, yes, indeed. Do wish this game had like a speed up button, though. What the fuck is this? A humble grave lies before you. A better sword has been used. It will be deeply engraved into
A
the iron.
modest grave for the Archon's son, Brennix. We don't bother with funeral rites in the chorus. No point in thanking conscripts for their duty.
Yeah, well, that's because you guys have conscripts and not like real soldiers. I don't know why they didn't implement the fast travel, but like stealth toggle. Yeah, that's.
Can't do that.
Okay, there we go. Let's enter the camp. Go no further or farther. You approach this favored ground. State your business. What did I give minor wrath? But okay. I am Joshua Cruz, Fatebinder of Tuna, and I bring words from Kairos, words for your commander's ears. It's an honor to have you in camp, Fatebinder. Sorry in advance for all the arguments your presence will bring out. Hopefully it won't be like back in Stalwart with the chorus trying to claim our work slaves, just because they can't win a battle without crippling losses. Fatebinder, I think this misguided little shit just insulted my brothers and sisters. In my book, that's a dispute between the armies. Are you going to stand for that? Fucking calm your tits first, Jesus. Gain loyalty with her. It's like, I just want to get through. Well, she is... Well, technically with me now, but she is part of the Scar Chorus. I mean, it's just small bickering. It's less, it's just, he just said some words. I don't think that matters. Fucking... Jesus. In average wrath. Well, I have so much favor, it won't be too bad to gain some wrath. Plus, also, it's good slash question mark. I'm kind of unsure on what. Like, things happen based on that. So, like, it's gonna be difficult to gain favor with this favored and verse at the same time, based on the fact that she's from the Scarlet Chorus. But I mean, she's like with me now, so I guess I have to stand. She gets to have some extra pull, I guess. Are you going to apologize, soldier? He glanced between you and verse, then straightens and exhales a hard breath. Wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of the Scarlet Fury, especially when she's got the court on her side. My apologies, ma'am. Your sincerity needs work. Tonight, I want you going to sleep thinking about what a little piece of shit you are, and you had better wake up thinking it as well. Am I clear? Your stammers a half-formed, uncertain answer. I don't need to do enough of this. Let us through. Go on in. The Archons are expecting you. You'll find them in the war tent, center of the camp. I don't need to like fully like go with whatever she says. Here's a bunch of people to talk with. Pentibor, Rona, Barrack. I was gonna say you have a portrait? Well, you do have a portrait actually. Who's this? Armor. Okay. Well, let's send everything we find to The stash. Bitter quip. Okay.
That wasn't so hard.
I was gonna say, was that illegal of me to
Sorry, I
do?
can't.
But fucking too bad if
Is that
it
all?
was.
I've got this.
Less residual strength, can't do that, can't use that, but I'll take it anyways. What's this? Oh, it's a shield. Tis a shield. Okay, let's go back down here. Was this? It's two-handed, yes, she doesn't use that. Now, heavy bronze boots, heavy armor. Why do I have heavy armor on me? It's just because I'm fucking... Okay. Is this better? Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, it is. Because it's got the same... those stats, but then it's got more slash than 0. Well, it's got less crush and corrode, but it's got more slash in general, so I think that's pretty reasonable. Oh, okay, so I can just like double tap it. Oh, it doesn't have that 0.5 armor, but it's got better recovery and deflection. You know what, I'll just keep the leather boots. I think that's better than that armor. I was gonna say, where do I shift to her? Well, she needs light stuff as well. Really, so the heavy armor she doesn't need. Wait. Yeah, there we go. So this is light armor. What is opportunist? Wait. Oh, does this have that on it? Okay. 3 armor, slash and crush armor, no pierce and fire armor. This is crush fire. Okay, so it's deflection is 12, so it's the same, but okay. What about her then with this? So the only thing is that she loses that 1.5 fire armor, but it's better in every other way. How do they put these? Oh yeah, right, we already know that from the beginning. Okay, you can carry this. That's good. It's just better than what you had. Sick. Wonderful. Amazing. Now, I... yeah, options. Let's see. I know there was one bit I want to look at. Is it like under graphics? Nope. It's not font scale, I think. Where would it be under game? It's not gonna be under difficulty. I thought it would be here. What if you set that to slightly larger instead? It might be better. I was wondering about like changing the opacity on the dialogue menu, just to maybe have it easier for me to read it. Pentibor. No, I think the slightly larger font might be enough. Hail to you, Guardian of the Law. If you have a few excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the disfavored suffer a merchant in their camp, that must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. Points to his collections of shields, rations, satchels, wineskins, and other sundries. Take a look and see if something interests you. Wow, a lot of different things I could have done, none of which works with him. How did you come to work with the disfavored? Hard work and good supplies. When Tunon's men came to my village, all the merchants were given different lists of what they were and weren't permitted to trade. In Kairos' wisdom, my record must have been a good one, because I was given the right to trade in all manner of goods, most importantly arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kairos. Alright, let's see what you have. Okay, this is how this shit looks like. Bronze axe, bronze dagger. I would want... I was thinking I would want bronze daggers, right? But no, it's not quite what I'm doing here. I'm doing bow or unarmed. Otherwise that would be dual wielding, right? But it's not what I'm doing. It doesn't even have a bow to sell. But okay, let's see. Yeah, this wasn't good because it has... Oh, because it's two-handed, of course. This has equal in parry and dodge, some endurance. This has more in dodge. Of course, because it's a shield and that's a buckler. That makes sense. Guess we can just sell all of that, yeah. So is this other? No, not all of this is for selling, right? Spire. Ooh, okay, I don't know what that is supposed to mean. Yeah, sell that. Sell the edict. I don't know if I want to sell the phalanx based on the fact that it could be... wait, recovery 1. She has like 0 point something. 0.25, yeah. She doesn't want that. 2 accessory slots, okay. Well then, let's see. Why does this cost so much? Oh no, it doesn't cost that much. Or? No. Oh, okay, it's okay, right. Extra melee damage, armor, all stolen. I don't know what that means. Yeah, camping supplies. We already have 4. I'm sure we can get more later. Yeah, I just wanted to sell. Okay, Rona. Okay. Barrack, you can make out the ironclad soldier's expression on his twisted helmet. He merely stares at you. Okay. Oh, there he is. Now in jail. Ooh! A bow. What is this? Two-handed, yes. It's got higher DPS because it's got more damage. And it's got +1 accuracy. Hell yeah. Let's go. What am I looking at? Noma's bracers. There we go. What about for you? No. Let's see. So, unarmed DPS is higher. Recovery is higher. -1 deflection. -1% precision. 1%. Determines the chance that when attacking the target will, and after the hit results in determined, the hit will be upgraded to a higher hit result. Precision granted by some glow items and can only be equipped by towns. Granted by towns. Yeah, sleep that. Oh, I can unlock that.
That wasn't so hard.
That is just better though. That is just straight better. So let's equip that. Isotannis. Isotannis curses the air as a blade of thin iron breaks in half beneath his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. He wipes the sweat from his brow and gets a better look at you. Want to forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch, don't get me wrong. You can take a beating and get bent back into shape, unlike with stubborn iron we have here. Unlike this stubborn iron. And we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around camp. We're garbing? Don't know what that word means. The Legion head to toe in iron are garbing. Okay, yes, now I know what that means. Like garb. Yeah, okay. Yeah, garbing. Yeah, okay. Got it. For head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Can't do that with bronze. They called this favor the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. Good stuff that comes with the smiths in Lethian's Crossing. You mentioned an iron shortage? I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Mittani went missing near Echo Call Crossing, and I'm afraid we won't be seeing any more now that the valley is sealed. Forgebound iron is Tuno's responsibility. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Vendrian Guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rustling on a riverbed. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself in Echo Call, I suppose I can keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the Great General, more than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks to outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war efforts if our iron was recovered. don't know about... You can... You can trust me down the list. I know the Tyranny wouldn't have dispatched you without a good reason. The court isn't exactly known for gambling when the stakes are high. He glanced at a crate beside him and points to a small set of notches on the wood. You see that? That is how we tell apart our iron shipment from the rest. Inconspicuous, so people don't go snooping around. You want to keep your eye out for these. Good hunting. What are your wares? New quests. Yes, indeed. Earthshaker staff. Oathbound dagger. Is that a push dagger? Looks like it. Tower shield. Oathbound helm. Stone. Oh, this is just going to be better, right? Hold on, actually. Is this better than what I have? No. But this is going to give her more deflection and precision. Oh no, not that that matters. And these boots have higher deflection. And +1 disengagement defense. In terms of armor, no, she already have a better one. Okay, yes, take that. Yoink. Kairos dog. Well, I mean, you saying it like that means that you definitely deserve to be in there. Bitter quip. Glory to the voices in the rots. Projecting a salutation for all to hear, the grinning blood chanter raps his staff against the ground as you approach. Fate binder judge or cruise, I presume. I am Bitter Quip. I am here as the emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. What can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus? The chorus is the future of the tears. I feel only derision and pity for those who fear our inevitable ascension. What in particular would you like to know? Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Oh, maybe. Tell me about the voices of Navarrat. He is supreme commander and public servant. He sets us free but directs all. The voice of Navarrat is the epitome of what each of us can be, a magician without equal and the leader of uncountable numbers. The voices and the chorus are one, conquering, expanding, growing, changing, always stronger. Glory to the voices. What is your role in the chorus? I am a blood chanter. My magic can turn the will of man and the tide of battle. I have held command for 3 years now, though being forced to keep an eye on the disfavored is not the reward I had envisioned for my service thus far. That's fine. Okay, hold on then.
You see that?
Oh, this shit exists in this game too. What is this based on? Like perception or some shit? Yeah, that functions the same, I would imagine. You saw it. How did you see it specifically? What is it based on? Wits? I'm gonna assume it's wits. Their ability to observe their environment. Yes. Guess you had one more than me. That means you saw that. Sick. Now, in terms of the things we have, like what this, in terms of food, so we get +1 resolve for water, 600 seconds. Okay. Quickness, missile hostile effect. Plus 10 lore, plus 10 12 magic skills, plus 4 wits. Plus 1 wits. Can't do that. Ah, I can use this though. Lesser Sigil of Strength. This sigil contains a magical accent which slightly increases the strength of a spell. The strength of a spell? Oh, I don't care about that. It doesn't matter at all. Okay, let's see. Damn, look at these. Glowing and shit.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff in the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with, his profile is made larger still by his hulking suit of armor that hums with mystic energy.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles. You hear the voice in your head. Well, hello there, Fatebinder. We'll be with you in just a moment. Oh, wow. Emerald luminescence seeps from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most noticeable where his neck ought to be. His mask seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
Oh, you have glowing shit as well. Iron Marshal. Erenios. Erenios? Okay. My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. The disfavored commander raises her voice, trying to, with little success, to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guests speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
The Archon of Secrets twirls the scepter in a twisting loop. Can you hear us, Fatebinder? Cough if we have your attention. His leather-wrapped hands flipping. Huh. Okay, cough.
And I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
The Archon of War lurches forward, resting his weight on his war maul as blue luminescence crackles around his armor.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
Good, good. Now pay attention. You might miss something. Catching acids. Oh, fuck Gain favor, gain minor wrath, gain minor loyalty with verse. Right, because I don't know why he likes this, but hollow chess. Oh, what did he say? No, fuck this. You guys are just bickering randomly. Sure, we'll take this. He already has only some favor because of what I did before. What do you have? 0. Well, okay. Are you two just about done? Fifth Eye. Who the fuck is Fifth Eye? Oh, have you been in here? I didn't spot you, but I guess you were with him. They bicker like children, do they not? Wow. Who are you compared to them? The Fifth Eye's grading tenure pierces the tension in the tent, and all eyes land on the Crimson Spear. I meant only to say welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. Okay, I thought so. I was like, who the fuck are you to just say that? Like, because it's snarky. Oh, okay. The armored retainer bows with rushed inelegance, then rises to a salute, and not a moment too soon. Governor Joshua Cruz, long have we been honored by your iron. Now we are honored by your presence. I must apologize for my lord's tempers run high of late. Oh, there we go. Graven National game made you favor because of that being a thing. Yes. Fucking my dude. Remember what I did for you, fucks. Remember what I did for you. Glares silently. To whom? But yeah, sure. I'm not sure who I'm glaring at, but let's glare.
Ah, the Stormcaller. Conveniently late once more. Our eyes and ears tell us you come bearing an edict. The anticipation is killing us.
What are you referring to? Late once more? Did his favorite cut a bloody swath through the realm of Star Wars? It was clear that the countryside had fallen, but the last of Star Wars regions... What? The ruling family would... Hidden... Yes. The punish discovered is inflicted the... Yeah? It's curious how he says this. Conveniently late once more. Although I'm confused. He says that, but he gets favor because that decision was made for the Scarlet Chorus. Because they were the ones that said I should do that. I'm very confused of why he decided to say it like that. What? Huh? Alright.
My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all.
On the last of his words, the Archon of War glares at the voices of Marat, furrowing his brow as he utters the word camaraderie. You may not have guessed it, but the voice of Marat is an asshole. Yeah, I got it immediately as soon as I heard his voice. I could tell that he's a little shit. Okay, all of these are going to be positive, negative, or quote-unquote negative. I'm not sure what this means. Or I can... No. He likes it. Okay, so me being like less than polite means the voice in the rod likes it. Okay. Okay, interesting. I come bearing an edict of Kairos.
For the second time, Brother Tunon selects you for the glory of proclamation. You should be honored. Tell us, what has the Overlord decided to unleash upon the Oathbreakers?
Incorrect. It's not upon the Oathbreakers. It's about to ruin his fucking day. Yes, a bit of a spoiler. You will end up upsetting one one of the two of them by the end of this chapter. Well, I can imagine. The Overlord's loyal servants must be... Oh, that's just straight up, okay. Great mind favor, mind wrath. Average wrath, average favor, minor loyalty. Interesting. Oh, okay. So this is just straight up. This is like a more like kind way of saying it. This is less kind way of saying it. Okay. But I also gain loyalty with her for this option. Plus also in this is the reason why I was here, because they can't fucking do their job. So honestly, it should just be the third option. In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos' Day of Swords. Which I need to look. Hold on. Ascension Hall is the traditional throne room of the Queens of Apex. The throne stands directly beneath the mountain spire, in the center of the citadel in the Valley of Vengeance. Well, okay. Day of Swords, which is what? The 26th of every month or span is Kairos' day. It is a day of holiday and rest for all within the Overlord's empire. Each Kairos' day is the last day of its span and is referred to by the span's name. Kairos' Day of Swords, therefore, is this 26th day of the span of swords. Okay. The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens, and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigor. There, I have now cursed this valley.
Means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Matani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
So there's an amazing interaction with this edict. If you wait until you pass the upcoming day, sort of day, then read it, you have an entire year to beat this chapter. Wow. The Archon of War. So, hey, I'm sorry. Now you say that, does that mean that there is an actual time limit? Because the game has days. Oh, fantastic. Great. That's just awesome. Good to know. I didn't know that. Sick. The Archon of War taps finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
You can do this in about half the allotted time, I think, though. So it's not mass time. Watch him squirm so many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War. You'd never see blood echo in a blubbering mess. You'd never see blood echo in a blubbering mess over... Okay, over a few dead killers. He'd used the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a priest plate out of his dead brother's ribcage, because that's how a real man deals with grief. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, let's do that. They call you the Arcane of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful.
I second the Fate Binder. Thought you had the memories of one of those Oathbreakers rattling about that bronze gourd of yours. Would Kairos' mighty spy master please enlighten this gathering of allies with some scrap of strategic insight?
I know his voice. But I can't put my finger on it. The Archon of Secret turns his head to the side until the face of his mask is turned around and a new facet of the mask presents itself as facing forward. When next the Archon speaks, the trembling voice of a younger man can be heard.
Our river was to be the bulwark, but with the Tidecasters slain, what hope remains? It's so cold in here. Help me, please.
The use of the term "our river" suggests this is the voice of the late Matani Janev, ranking member of the Vendrian Guard. The wealthy House Matani owned much of the realm of Apex before the coming of Kairos, and the major river in the valley bears the Matani name.
Our sources tell us the Oathbreakers had some sort of magical trick in store. But this knowledge is tinged with fear, trepidation. If we make a move for the Matani, we suspect the Oathbreakers will mount a counterattack that is equal parts valiant and futile.
That voice, who was it?
That was Matani Yanev, former noble of Apex and one of the leaders of the Vendrian Guard. Back when they were half-respectable enemies that knew how to lose with dignity. When the Guard first surrendered, Yanev presented himself to us. What he knew, we now know.
How do I have favor 1 with him? I was curious. Sure, let's do that. I'm getting close to getting anything. Boys, some of the robots, I trust you are done acting the clown and will have your horde ready to march with all haste.
Do not think for a moment that you can give us orders, maggot.
I can?
Not unless you wish to discover new ways of feeling pain.
I don't think you can do that. Seeing as I came here, I feel like I'm sort of like more important, or not more important, but like in a higher position than you guys, or at least in an adjacent position in which you can't, because you have to answer to someone else then. My Lord Barrack and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runner should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the Desired can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
And before we forget, we have a debt to settle. Last year, when our warriors got confused about supply lines, so kind of you to understand how things get muddled in the fog of war.
Fuck. Him speaking makes me regret doing anything ever for the chorus. Threaten the agent of Tunon. I'm sure he's very bothered. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, Narot, I don't think you can do anything. I think I'm at a higher position than you are, because I'm fucking like minor judge of everything here. I was the one who read out the edict, not you. So who's more important, bitch? But yeah, this position. I would have a way to argue why I picked this, but I'm not allowed to, so there's the difference. So I can't really, you know... Ooh, the bribes thing. You're not technically above him, but you're outside of the military command structure entirely. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, where you're adjacent and like not part of them, so they can't directly do or make you do anything. Yeah, okay. The Arcana Seeker tosses several iron rings your way as he begins to leave. He taps the fifth eye on the shoulder and with one twirl of his scepter, the Arcana departs with its underling. Swim by the Scarlet Chorus camp before you get wrapped up in whatever errands the disfavored demand of you. The Scarlet Chorus could benefit from your expertise. I'm sure you fucking could. Let the rings fall to the ground. I don't take bribes, which I don't. I made a point in not taking bribes.
Bribery? But we paid you after you helped us. You law pups are so hard to figure out sometimes.
Uh-huh. The Arcana Ward chuckles to himself as he watches the Scarlet Chorus leader and his guard depart. It's bribery for, like... Not for doing something for you.
Fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. Who am I? Okay. And what of the Scarlet Chorus? How would they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the Outer Valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained a sizable force outside the Citadel. We need the Chorus manpower to scour the region. Otherwise, the Oathbreakers will attack at our heels once we cross the Matani. I would be honored to help. The Iron Marshal salutes Craven Eyes and turns to leave the tents. I will be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Find me there when you're ready. And though I'm loath to mention it, the Chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the Outer Valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out if you must. Reputation ability unlocked, yay. Not that. Wait, ouch, my fucking finger. This. Death from above. Launch first into the air, allowing her to unleash a series of well-aimed arrows into the target from above. If these arrows strikes true and has armor pen. Strikes true, what? Will guarantee hit? Once per rest? Jesus. Edict of Execution. Nevertheless, decreed +1 resolve. Well, yeah, fucking better. Okay, do what? Ah, there you go. We get a direct fucking time limit there. Okay, yeah, hide completed. Yes, thank you. Vengeance, well. Primary. Speak with the... Do we have to do both? And I guess, because they're primary, I would imagine that we have to do both. Force Pan Iron. Oh yeah, we need to go to Echo Call Crossing for clues of the missing shipment of iron. I mean, I guess we have to do both before we do a thing.
Got it.
Yoink.
Right.
Frayed purple cloth. There. An iron's work. Cape, ragged cloth. Okay. Now, hold on. The first time you proclaimed an edict, you gave the enemy a suspicious amount of time to ready themselves. I chalk it up to excessive mercy for backwards people. But when the edict against your kin, that order you follow to the letter. Oh, fucking boo-hoo, dude. Maybe we speak moments. I tire of all this endless prattle. I'm dark and worn. The oral. Okay, sure. Fine, buddy. Oh, now I'm able to speak to people. I am Lucia, this is Marcus. And you must be the Fatebinder. We've been assigned to... What the fuck? You're an audible scoff. We've been assigned to babies? Assigned to your hospitality while you remain on this favored ground. And you should... If you should need a place to rest, you can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Well, Hunter, is there any sports to be found in Apex, or do we only fight it amongst ourselves? If you're referring to game, the chorus hunted many of the animals to obscurity on the first wave of the conquest. Most of the meat we have to spare is salted, and perhaps more importantly, northern, of course. I don't trust southerners to keep their livestock nourished. A few animals we keep in pens or pits are for the higher officers. I'm sure you're entitled to a haunch of something or other. And I love to watch you eat it just to remember the taste of fresh meat. What the fuck? Okay. Who are these random people with names? Training? Oh! Huh. I see. That's... curious? Did you been a real asset to this favorite since you arrived? Not that anyone expected different. Oh, okay. What does she have? Ooh. There we go. Okay. I'm kind of confused on how this functions. Do you... Is it 1 point each time? You get... Okay, maybe. Although then, speaking of... Does she get anything from one-handed? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me fucking look at this. Alright, hold on. With each level you can increase one of your character attributes. Wait, what? You can increase one of your... Oh, one of these attributes provide benefits to your character as well as increases one more skills. Increase an attribute costs 1 point until the attribute score reaches 19 to raise an entropy from 19 to 20 requires 2. Oh. Oh, okay. That's a bit different. It says 25. What? Oh, okay. I'm very confused by what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Okay. Sure. Do one-handed do anything? I don't know how this functions if one-handed does anything for her if she uses 2 one-handed. Cannot quite tell if that matters at all. Okay, well, either way. Oh, I was gonna where is her experience bar? Can I fucking see that anywhere? Where am I allowed to see what level people are? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, it's on here. Okay, got it. Okay, so I have one point that I can put something in. Hobble, escape, no. Poison dart. Throws poison dart at an enemy. If it hits the target, it receives a long-lasting corrosive poison affliction. One-handed and subterfuge. Save distance. 15% accuracy against distance enemies. Piercing throw. Adds armor pen to attacks with thrown weapons. Well, okay. So that's not it. That's not it. Could do further than 5 meters away. Well, that is if I know how much 5 meters is, but I just standard distance and I have more. See, what do we do with you? Hobbled, yeah, reduces just movement speed in this game. Okay. I'll just take the passive accuracy. No.
I got it.
How did you do that? Looks at critical expression. Do what? Back in the Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Well, I've done it before. Don't I look stupid? You were the one who cast the Edict of Storm on Stalwart, didn't you? The one that tore the battlefield apart with the Cyclone of Kyrus' anger. That was me, alright. Well, call me impressed. Considering that you read the words of Kyrus more than once, I'm surprised that you're even alive to tell of it. Your vocal cords should have turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable, it's just worth recognizing that, well, what you've done. Not only are you Tuno's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. Cool. Okay, so the speech bubble will be lit up when she wants to talk. Good, I did catch that. Do you have anything actual to speak about back again? Have you so little to do besides standing around the disfavored camp? Look who's talking, buddy. Oh, an Earthshaker. Kevius? I'm guessing. Fatebinder Joshua Cruz, am I right? I am Kevius? Sevius? Might be Sevius. Commander and third generation disfavored. Specifically, I'm Sevius the Younger. Some folks can't keep track. The ranks as commander, but lately I'm just organizing patrols and trying to stay out of the way. You should talk to Iron Marshal if you're something official that needs discussing. What is it you need? Apparently, I overheard you asking the Earthshaker whether your reinforcements have gone. Is there a problem? I'm afraid so. Radix, the head of the Earthshakers, was supposed to arrive with a group of his most competent spellslingers to help break this stalemate. I don't know what's holding up their arrival, and that worries me. If you were at all inclined to lend a hand, we could use some arcane support on our side. Gilbert Soldier. I could lend a hand. Could you? I knew that Tuno's agents wouldn't fail us in a time of need. I'll mark the last known sites of our Earthshaker reinforcements on your map. Good hunting, Fatebinder. Two armies haven't worked well together in years. Why do you think that is? Come on, Binder. Seems like asking why beasts stink. The disfavored are only too eager to deliver Kyrus' piece of the tears, while the Scarlet Chorus bring only mayhem in their wake. What a surprise. Why did I ask this question to a disfavored? What are they gonna say other than they suck? You can tell me the Voices in the Rout has a plan and I'll take your word for it, but the chorus sure seems to blunder around, never moving with purpose as we do. Oh, okay, fair enough, yes. I wonder if we've been fighting the same war, soldier. I've seen Ash yank his precious soldiers away from more battles than we won. If you want to call that progress, be my guest. Unless we find a way to work as one, I fear that the Scarlet Chorus will step in front of Graven Ash's strategies at every turn. As far as I'm concerned, it seems like the Voice of the Rout is here to amuse himself, while the rest of us are here to do our job. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. I do think he's a bit of a shit. Honestly. You don't have anything else that is new since last I sold my shit to you? Nope. Okay, yeah. Thought so. There's no one new standing around here. No, you were the one with dying. Let's talk to Barrack. Do you have anything to say to me now? Nope. Let's see. So we've got go to Northern Clearing. Can I like look at the map? Like the actual map? No, it doesn't look like it. Most factions have abilities your character can acquire. Should build reputation with them. In order to acquire these abilities, you must build enough favor or wrath with the faction. Reputation abilities are only granted to your character, not to other party members. Yeah. Well, yeah. Unless it's 4. Well, that's different. It's not a reputation then, I guess. Don't just coddle the impact. Push back with your shield. Take the momentum. I said eyes on your opponent's waist. Oh, hold on, what? Oh, okay. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. Yeah. Pale golden circle. Oh, hold on. The disfavored officer turns to you, adjusting her pale golden surcoat as she clears her throw. You need to stay on top of the troops or their skills will rust. It's for their own good, even if they don't believe it. Judging from our uniform, this is the Iron Marshal Aaron Yos. Well, yeah. We know that. First among equals in the Iron Guard, Graven Ash's inner circle of trusted followers, charged with being the duties with being the duties of leadership, logistics, and training. There are rarely a quiet day for the second in command of this favored legion. How are your warriors reacting to the edict? Karaz's ultimatum has the camp on edge, some with dread, but most are rife with anticipation. We have a lot of brothers and sisters to avenge, and the warriors are eager to take out some aggression. I, for one, choose to see the edict as a blessing, for it forces the generals to act, and we're long overdue. It was mentioned you're short on warriors and need help. What's the situation? I have brigades amassing along Placid, Echo Call, and Little Tooth crossings. The Avenging Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted 3-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but we all die to Karaz's edict should we fail, so I'm not about to let my pride blind me to the value of good help. This is the second major attack on the river, correct? What happened last time? Defeat in detail. We curved a bloody path up to the river, but at that point everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no chorus backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. I can't tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost the whole assault team. We found bodies washed up on the river for days. It's not often the Tearsmen put up such a good fight. It certainly made us reevaluate the number we'll need to take this valley. Really? Are you sure our scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just chose to disregard our warnings? Yeah, we can pass our blame, or pass out blame after the war. Only the Oathbreakers matter now. Quite right, getting our emotions into the mix won't hasten this campaign. I will assist. Then our plan just might work. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Tunon, the adjudicator, selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honor us all on the field. Antio will be leading the charge at Echo Call Crossing. Assisting you will be Barrack of the Stone Shields, which points to a heavily armored soldier standing sentry at the edge of the training field. Before you ask, no, the Forgebound weren't sloshed on Dapple's seed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of the Storms, and this armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise, it's something of a curse. Tapping her helmet twice. Seamless to the okay, Barrack, come meet the Fatebinder. The soldier that steps up to you better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor fused into a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible.
Fatebinder, the Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
Oh, you have a slightly less rough voice, Mr. Patrick Sykes, than usual. That's the name, right? That's one of the 3. Yes, it's Sykes, right? Mr. Endeavor / Mr. fucking other people. He has a slightly less gruff voice with this character. I did look up the voice actors in the game, and I didn't recognize, outside of Matt Mercer and Patrick Seitz, I didn't really know many people off the cuff, really. But yeah. What was that? Staying out of trouble.
I wasn't sure you would recognize me, Binder.
A familiar voice emerges from the unfamiliar wall of walking iron. For a moment, you can recall the features of Barrick with the stone shields when he wore the traditional disfavored uniform during the Stalwart campaign, though he looks much changed.
And no, not staying out of trouble, just solving it. I take it you're with us for Echo Call?
Barrick, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
I encountered Barrick in the Stalwart campaign, though he appears much changed. He's an excellent soldier.
You're generous to say so. I'm afraid I left the better part of myself on the killing fields of Stalwart, but it's still in my pride and honor to serve the Legion.
Oh, right, the entire thing is called the Legion. Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. Figure an extra hand might help. And more importantly, if my worries come true and the chorus tries to impede the mission, we will have an observer from the court on our side.
Better to work with the Honorable Binder than some chorus children.
Stop. Fucking Verse is gonna have to talk back to everyone because people keep talking shit about the chorus. I asked the Barrick to accompany you there to arbitrate the cooperation between his company and the Scarlet Chorus. Oh, now it's been unlocked. Barrick, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Stalwart. It's time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebinder's service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? We're going to say with it in oppressive silence. That's an order, Barrick. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind the company. Yeah, sure. I'm honored to have a member of the Iron Legion on my side. Excellent, I look forward to your success in the field. Yay, new party member. Are you... Oh no, you're fresh level 2. So we got your... yeah, your tank. What a fucking surprise. Weirdly enough, have a lot of dodge for being a tank. Actually, what the fuck? You don't have that much, or that high in terms of, like, skills here. Well, I guess you have 29 in one-handed, but that's still, like, way lower than what I have in stuff. And verse. So that's weird. Oh no, he has a level up point. Okay. Where do we put that in? Accuracy, health. What was this again? This is like resisting shit. This is just general health. How much health do you have? 127. Not that much compared to something else. Upgrades vitality to 40. 5% bonus health. Okay. Extra attack and stuff. Let's see. What do you have? You have strike and iron tolling. Oh, it's a... Okay. Barrack and the Fatebinder both bang on their shields and armor, harassing an enemy. The target is compelled to attack Barrack for a short time, while the Fatebander's mocking gestures leave the enemy confused and off guard. Full target. Wait. Foe loses all ability to parry and dodge until they recover their senses. So they can't avoid my attacks, and they are taunted. Okay. So that works if I can, like, actually do that. And that works pretty well. Now let's see, what is that you have? This favorite shield, this favorite iron sword. Why is it shaped like that? Marshberry, immune to engagement, extra move speed, quickness, dodge. Why do you have that? That is my question. Oh, I see. Is there not a way to... Ah, there we go. Left alt. What's the button for that? Like, you give him a phalanx instead of a sword. It's still one-handed, so that doesn't actually matter. It has got slightly less recovery, which is whatever. It's got more range, more armor pen, higher damage. Just pierce rather than slash and pierce. That's all right, I feel. God damn it. So we get less dodge but more parry, less recovery, more the fuck did endurance do? Endurance resists attacks on the internal physical systems of the character. Poison. Oh, okay. It is defined by the character. Resolve and might. The trip can also be inflated by. Okay. Well, maybe you can leave that shield on. That's fine by me.
Yes.
Okay, we can have 4 party members. I was wondering, I'm like, how many can we have? 4. That makes sense. Unless it's gonna expand even more, but it seems like it's just gonna be 4. Okay, so we got... Okay, so we have to do that before we unlock that place, and we have to do both, right? Have the favors to do the rebels and take. I would imagine we have to do both. Then we also want to do these. And I don't believe we have anything else we can do in here. So we can just leave. Oh, I have enough subterfuge now. Sick.
Got it.
Bronze throwing dagger. One-handed and thrown weapons. Is that a different thing? Fatiguing toxin. Is thrown weapons a different thing altogether? I don't know if it is. If it's not. Oh wait, does this work? Yes. No, it will still count as one-handed weapon, yeah, compared to the bow, which is, you know, bow. So that's different with that. Okay. Well, that's right. Right then, so we are, yeah, Man, that's long. To go... Wait. That's their camp. Hold on, what the fuck is... Wait, what? Oh. Oh, we're only gonna be here for a little bit and then we're going to other places. Fair enough. What was this? Oh, explore the Echo Call crossing for clues of the missing ship in the environment. Oh, I need to go there for 2 reasons. This is the northern clearing. Radix, leader of the Earthquake, had been summoned to the Stone Sea from the Stone Sea. To reinforce territory already. However, there have been no sign of them since the valley was sealed. You agreed to investigate the last known location of these reinforcements and learn their fate. So going there and back again is going to take at least a day. So that's something. So we might as well go to the other camp first. Stone Sea. The Stone Sea is the name given to what remains of the land of Azure after Kyrus' edict of stone devastated the landscape. Oh yeah, once the rolling landscape of winding rivers and fertile plains. Tectonic shifts have altered the landscape, choking rivers, collapsing roads, and altering the landscape for hundreds of leagues. Yeah, I guess we should go to the Chorus camp first, because we need to pass that anyways. And then go check out that, because then we need to go back there. So might as well go there first. Ambush! The path is blocked by a small group of Engineer Guard. You can go no further until you deal with them. Well, okay then. Well, this is scripted, seeing us. We're doing this. Why is your spear glowing?
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
Ebb, your spear is, or whatever we can call that, halberd, is, polearm, is glowing. A woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paints peeks out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is festooned in braids and knots of sailor's line. Flanked on either side by warriors dressed in Vendrian guards regalia, the woman leans on an elaborate bladed staff, pulsing with arcane energy. A swath of blue fabric rests draped over her arm. The blue body pigment, bladed staff, and complex braided attire are the traditional trappings of the School of Tides, according to Fatebinder Rogalus. The majority of the school fled before the coming of Kairos. The remainder were last seen during the first campaign in Vendrian as well. The School of Tides traditionally studies the magic of water, and Grave Light, the art of directing the moon's arcane light into baleful, searing energy. The blue flag is a symbol of diplomacy and truce, recognized across most of the known world. It is a custom the Tearsmen hold dear. To harm another person under the auspices of the blue flag is a grave offense. In both the Tears and in Kyrus' empire, the customary punishment is death. Okay.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
The woman bows deeply, lowering her head in a practiced display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a ready stance, their nerves clearly on edge. So she's come to talk. Okay. In accordance with all ancient customs, north and south, I abide by this truce.
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands. But we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos' way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
You recall the name as belonging to one of the Vendrian Guard's leaders to have assaulted Edgering ruins, though you have no recollection as to his exact fate. Wasn't he the one that fucking died? Oh no, lie. I guess no. I'm gonna assume he wasn't the one that I tackled. Very major wrath. I mean, yeah, based on that. Sorry, that name means nothing to me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm asking about one man out of thousands that have been slain by Kairos' forces. It's not like I remember the name of all your friends that I've killed. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
Though you rarely have the luxury of matching names to the countless Tearsmen you've encountered, you are reasonably certain she's asking about the Vendrian Guard warrior that took Drasus hostage at Edgering Ruins. He did not survive the encounter. Yeah, he's fucking dead, dude. Palox Tyrell is dead. You know, slowly, saying nothing for a long moment.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start. I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
Motherfucker, I didn't know about the first one. The second one I know is dead, but... Interesting that you can gain favor with the Vendrian Guard, but... And also with her specifically. Name for the House Vengeance. These are not... Well, they are the Oathbreakers, are they not? Yeah. So... I have some questions for you.
We shouldn't be socializing with Oathbreakers.
Oh, I'm just...
I will entertain them
It's
as
not
best I can.
socializing. I need to
After all,
see if I
understanding is
can...
the only hope we have. What is it you wish to know?
Oh, we can ask for the reason. How did you and your friend overthrow the garrison? No, we don't care. Who's in charge of this insurrection? Why do you resist?
I grew up without my knee bent to Kairos, and if I'm going to bow to someone, let it be another Tearsman. We've ruled ourselves just fine for centuries, so we'll give our lives so that our sons and daughters might rule themselves.
The younger realms were beset with constant battle. You'd prefer that to Kairos' order?
You make conflict sound like a bad thing. Yes, the younger realms saw frequent battles, but it was never this wholesale slaughter like we've seen of late. No Tearsman ever cast an edict on the soil, or forced prisoners to kill each other, or butchered beastmen tribes.
Okay, I guess this is pre-knowledge that I don't know. Only your daughters are really freeing the Tears. Why fight against Kairos' equality?
There's freedom, then there's trusting idiots with power. Give a man 1,000,000 marauders, he'll lose sleep worrying over his neighbor's 1,000. I prefer my realms ruled by the braver sex. For centuries we've left the lands to the women, and the seas to the men. And we did plenty fine until Kairos came around.
But it means like you would not have the subject of such superstition of fear on Kairos. I don't know what this is referring to,
I
but...
doubt life is any better sworn to some mad Archon. I'd rather stand with my fellow Tearsmen. Or, I suppose, stand immediately behind them in the event of an attack. Yeah, you heard me. Way things were years back, you'd all be calling me a water witch and conspiring to sell me out to the nearest sage. Just because I'm helping you stop Kairos doesn't mean I've forgotten the hospitality of ages past.
And people wonder why the Tearsmen could never unite in time to fight back. It's refreshing to see that some things never change.
What makes you think you have a chance?
Oh, we don't. Those who believed Kairos could be stopped all died years ago, in the first wave of fighting. It's not about the hope of victory. It's about the hope of inspiring others. It is very likely we will fall here in Vendrian's Well. But perhaps others will arise elsewhere.
Who is in charge?
Listen to you. Thinking just like the Overlord wants you to think. There always has to be a person in charge or things don't make sense. Well, we don't answer to anyone. We are each of us sons and daughters of the Tears, and take this task upon ourselves freely. But Captain Tarkus Ari, former Falksman of Queen Vendrian Alanta, is the voice we trust when we seek unanimity.
So there is someone behind it. You can't say that there is like, oh, we're all on our own. No, there has to be someone to like, you know, keep some kind of structure so that you guys don't just do whatever the fuck you want like separately. That's not how this works. That's not very efficient. I assume Targus Ari and Targus Demos are relations.
Yes. Deimos was Ari's brother. We were certain he was dead, but the captain takes family seriously. So I volunteered to find some answers. And now here we are.
Alright, well that's all.
Fair enough. But now a question for you.
Uh-huh.
The Edict. I can feel its magic coursing through the air. Everyone can. But those of us enlightened to the currents of magic feel it most. The wording of the Edict. What was it?
That's not for you to know. Yeah, such details are for Karis' warriors only.
So you will not say. I expected as much. Can it be worse than endless storms or fire pouring from the earth? Not that you'd answer that either. I've another question for you, if you will entertain it.
Are we really standing here and chatting with Oathbreakers? It's hard to watch. Like cuddling a goat you're going to kill for dinner.
I mean, it's like... Yeah, I don't understand. We're not getting anything from this. There's no point here. Yeah, fuck it. Now we're done.
A shame. But if you have no heart for discourse, I will take no more of your time. In accordance to our ancient customs north and south, let us conclude this truce in peaceful accord. May peace find you soon, Fatebinder.
Okay. I wouldn't have called this an ambush per se, but... Receive the missive from Tune On. How? How did I do that? Also, where? Oh, wait. Missives. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess from just a bird came in. Oh, I got a letter from my boss. That's scary. Joshua Cruz, word has reached this court that you have issued the Overlord's edict to the Archons of War and Secrets. Know that we understand fully the weight of this burden and appreciate the loyalty you've shown in its declarations. Provided you survive this ban, your service will be duly recognized. As you navigate the idiosyncrasies and mutually antipathy of our Overlord's War Masters, remember that Kairos watches all with interests. Those who distinguish themselves, whether Fatebinder or Archon, have the opportunity to rise in the Overlord's esteem. Even now, the northern courts whisper that the more successful of the two Archons will be granted rule over the whole of the peninsula. Similarly, your fortunes rest upon the decisions you make. Choose wisely. Request clarification. Express dissatisfaction. Thank him for the advice. Sure. Send it. 24 hours response time. Does it fucking matter? Wait, what? Oh, Aisha, Archon Tune on. Allow me to express my deepest appreciation for this opportunity. Few in the Empire have the honor of treating with Archons, and fewer still of reading the empowered words of the Overlord. I endeavor always to emulate your exemplary foresight and judgment. I remember in all things your faithful servants, Faithbinder Joshua Cruz. I mean, what else am I supposed to fucking say to him? He's not like my buddy, he's my boss, so yeah, sure, send it. Here we go. Wait, what the fuck is that? I see something hidden. Yoink it. Bam. Quiet Shiv. Shiver Shank. What a fuck. Okay. These guys' names are interesting. Talents. Oh yeah, you would have one. Punishers. I don't know. Oh yeah, you guys have fucking your own things. Yeah, right. I forgot about that. Issue a mocking invitation challenging enemies to attack him. Oh, that's just taunt. Okay. Or we can get Art of the Blade. Increases one-handed and two-handed melee weapon damage. Gain a chance to attack enemies as they engage you. Oh, interesting. An engagement attack. That's different from what usually is. Fierce demeanor. Barrack becomes an intimidating force in the battlefield. Enemies nearby Barrack have their resolve reduced by 1. Okay. For 3 seconds. What does that mean? Per 3 seconds. Oh, so just... Okay. Oh, 3 points spent in order to get... Oh, that's... Okay, that's how this fucking shit works. I didn't spot this line here before, so you need to, like... Everything costs 1 point, but in order to get a new branch, you need to spend X amount of points on it. Oh, okay, I see. Curious. So what exists here? At the start of combat, gains a large boost in movement speed for a short time. Barrack will attack twice with his normal attack for a short time. Allows him to engage an additional enemy. Fight instantly, gain an bonus to armor. Right, Sentinel is just... So it's DPS or defense. Okay, do more damage. Attack when he engages an enemy. Oh, gain a chance to attack. 30% chance to attack foes when engaged. Which could be good. This is just taunt, which should be useful, yeah. Let's do that. Let's just give him taunts. Then... Oh, I didn't actually... I never gave him this. Yeah, right. So, what do we want to give him then? Finesse? Fuck it. Strength. Alright, let's... Is that... Oh, that's the time for autosave. Let's make our new save. And let's stop there for today, and we shall continue more on Friday. What is this icon? It's icon for fucking something. Also, just a quick look. This camp looks more deteriorated than this favorite camp. I wonder why. But anyways, yeah, we shall have more intrigue to the chorus, the Scarlet Chorus next time, as well as doing side quests and shit, and hopefully we can do our shit and complete this within our 8 days time limit. Also, speaking of which, where can I see that shit? Do I see that on the world map there? So it's okay. So we're almost at midday. Okay, well, that gives us some time at least. Right. Anyways, we got loads of time. We shall continue next time and have a lot more conversations with randos and whatnot.